Well, good morning. Good morning. It's Thursday. How y'all be? I don't know if you can tell, but this is not my car. I mean, it is my car, like I own the car, but it's not the car that I'm normally in. So we were getting ready to leave this morning, and the garage door couldn't go up like it's dead. Like it is dead. So my car is in prison, which is really unfortunate because I had a car appointment at 8:15. I don't think I'm going to make it because my car is about 20 minutes away in prison, and I am driving my husband's car today. So that's neither here nor there, nor do you care. But let's dive on in. So my husband and I were chatting, I don't know, maybe last week. And we were talking about, all of our kids are different. We have 4. They're all different. They have different strengths and, talents and personalities and all the things. And we have 2 that are pretty decently easy to parent at this time. And then we have 2 that give us a good run for our money. Okay. Yeah, true. So we're talking about this, right? And he goes, you do realize, and he lists off the 2 who are giving us a good run for our money. Actually, I think he listed off the other 2 first, and he goes, they're pretty much me. We were talking about how they're just really tender. Their heart is tender. He's like, that was me growing up. And I was like, really? I was like, gosh, they're just so tender. He goes, yeah. Then he mentions the other 2, and he goes, and that's pretty much, that's you. And I was like, and I have 3 different reactions to this, and I may have experienced all 3 different reactions at a different time. So let's talk about them. The first reaction is, I'm doggone offended. You mean to tell me, you just told me I'm the difficult one? I am the hard one to parent. Okay, but we're not going to be offended because offense is the bait of Satan, right? So then it actually made me pause and reflect of a story that my mother not often tells, but she tells. Apparently I was around 2. I was very strong-willed, and so she pinned me with her hand, it wasn't anything abusive, in the corner of the couch while reading a book, I believe by James Dobson, I could be very wrong, that said how to break the will of the child and not the spirit. And so number 1, I can be highly offended. I didn't take the bait. Number 2, I was grateful that my parents did what they did, balloons. You're grateful for my parents too. Fun. That they really parented me the way they parented me. And then my third response is, well, at least we got hope for them, right? I don't want to say raising me was easy. I think I've heard it was actually kind of difficult, even though my rebellious streak was really only about 6 to 8 months, but it was when I was about 16 or 17. So I don't know. You almost kind of want them to be a little bit like, if you saw my stories, I was being kind of funny talking about discipline in 2 ways. So one of the ways you can be disciplined is by your daily actions, by your daily habits, right? We talked about that yesterday. Another way you can be disciplined is by the parent or the parents who love you oh so much, or even the God who has very much invested in you and wants to see you become everything you can be. So, I'm disciplining my body while disciplining my child yesterday because I am really bound and determined to raise good humans. I guess if you're going to take somebody who's stubborn and hard to raise and whatever I'm confessing to you this morning, at least I could take that characteristic to who I am and not give up on these babies because they're not awful. They're not awful. Okay. But parenting is no joke. And I just am bound and determined to raise good humans. You know what I mean? I want them to know who they are. I want them to be secure in how they're made and really embrace their gifts and their talents and their strengths. Everything I preach to you, you have to realize, if I'm preaching something to you, it's enough ingrained in me that those babies are getting it. You know what I mean? But just to make sure that not only they're a light in this world as best to my ability as possible, right? But just good mannerisms, respect, great heart, where they're tender to the things of God, tender to the things God loves, which are people. Respectful, I've already said that. Responsible. Oh my goodness. So anyways, some stories today. Some real life struggles all the way back from when Amber was 2, even though I don't remember it. So I hope you're encouraged today. I hope you can smile today. I hope maybe you got a little giggle today. And there may be somebody, well, you may be working on a discipline, but may we always be open to his discipline, because, oh my goodness, he has such good things in mind for us. He has great things in store for us, but a good father disciplines their child.